So the ego is really an essential part of who we are. It's connected with the brain, and it keeps us safe. So its job is to keep you safe. Not only from the semi that's coming down 101 as you're walking over to the beach, so it doesn't get you, but it's also to keep you safe from imagined things, like the fear of whatever you're afraid of. I mean, fear is a really powerful force. Fear is the voice of the ego. The ego runs us and controls us by keeping us afraid. It's not good or bad. That's just what it does. It's a protection agent for us. And, you know, fear doesn't, I mean, ego doesn't plant itself you can't locate an ego any place in your body, as you can't locate a soul any place in your body. As a matter of fact, as we said earlier, the body and the body resides in the soul. Consciousness resides in us as a being, us beyond this physical body. That's how I would say that. The heart is probably the physical manifestation to some degree of the energy of the soul. I just made that up right now. I don't know. I mean, it's something like that. The soul, because I guess you would say that the heart expresses the soul, because the soul is compassion and caring towards self and to the world, because it has that broader perspective that knows we're all one. All of us on this planet share this oneness. We're this teeny speck on a speck of a planet in an infinitely expanding universe. And people who get ego always go, well, you forgot that you're a tiny little speck on a little speck of a planet in an ever-expanding universe. You actually believe your own thoughts, which is a danger. Believing your own thoughts is a real danger to your own health and well-being. So your best bet is to optimize your thoughts by watching how you think. Because healthy thinking, positive thinking, visualizing, imagining what you want your life to be, all those kind of things expand you out. But if you think, for me, and life sucks, like a lot of people say, then that's what it's going to be. And congratulations, you're an expert at creating the life that you want. I've said that to clients. I said, wow, you are a master manifester of a really crappy life. And I chuckle a little bit, and they usually get it. They usually can step back and laugh too. Yeah, I'm really good at that. Well, that same exact power to create a wonderful life is within you. You could focus on that. Oh, I guess I could. Yeah. Let's figure out how to do that. Let me help you walk that path. It's more fun. So there's the practical path of just taking control of your own thoughts, being aware, being conscious. And then what can you do to expand beyond that? Well, you can expand beyond that simply by being present and tuning into that your higher self, your intuition, your big mind, whatever you want to call it, your heart, because your heart's wired directly to that. As you tune into those aspects of yourself, you open up endless possibilities. You can move past the old beliefs. I mean, all of us, everybody I've ever known, even if their parents were saints, got programming that isn't working for them, or were taught beliefs that isn't working for them. So we have to unlock those pathways that they've closed down. We have to open up to, well, I could be this. I could actually follow and find my own greatness and my own genius. I don't have to live in the small story that my parents told me. My parents weren't particularly a small story people, but they did have some small stories. And 12 years of Catholic schools really teach you some really small stories. So, but as you recognize that that's not true, then you can step away from it. Any belief you can change like that. For example, I think of chocolate. chocolate used to be considered unhealthy for you. Now dark chocolate is good for you. So I changed that belief really quick. It just became easier. I mean, you can change anything when you have awareness about it. When you have the right information, even though there's so much information that you get, you can be overloaded. Just ask yourself what your own truth is about that. The soul will always, and I mean always, tell you what your truth is about it. You just have to listen to it. Write it down, sit down, have a conversation with it. Drive down the road and turn your radio off or your headset and listen to what your soul has to say. They'll even tell you to get to where you need to go without getting around traffic or whatever it needs to do. I mean, there's like an internal guidance system that's really not internal, because it's really more, huge guidance system within you that extends through time, not only your past, but what's happening next. It can know wonderful things like that, and you just have to plug into it. So I really am about helping people expand. I'm helping people get in touch with their soul's voice, shrinking the ego voice, shrinking the inner critic, because their jobs are really minor, and growing the soul's voice so that you could go out and go into the world and just be you in a huge, wonderful, magnificent, amazing way.